Because our shelter gets so many inquiries for adoptions, we use an adoption management software called Adopets to collect, review, and approve applications. And you have an important role to play. When we make an animal available to the public, we assign you as the foster parent to that animal so that you can communicate directly with potential adopters. We tell the system Rex is being fostered by Jane Doe. As soon as we do that, you get an email inviting you to make an Adopets account. Let's go over to our friends at Adopets for a quick tutorial of the platform.
You receive an email asking you to register your account. Once you click on that link, it will bring you to basically set in your basic information there. So I'm going to start with Arthur. So my phone number. I forgot my phone number. Right. Then the password that you use to go and log in to your account. Next, you add your zip code and you click on set zip code. That will bring the address fields for you to complete. You'll notice that number, the street, and the street type are all separate. So you can just break down your address that way. Only, of course, apartment number is optional. You see that your city and state has been automatically set up based on the zip code you chose. And you click on continue. That will log you into the shelter account, into the foster parent account for Front Street Shelter. You'll notice that there's only one menu there. It's called Adoptions. The team, when they invited you to join and create your account, they assigned the pets that you have under your care to your account. You only see the pet showing up once that pet has received any applications showing the interest of potential adopters.
This is a really important point I want to emphasize. Adopets is for managing applications, not animals. So even if you have 3 kittens assigned to you, they won't show up in your account until they receive their first applications.
I'm gonna go and do that here for us in this process too. So Poppy was a pet that I assigned, so I kept it open here just to show us. The adopter will submit an application when they're going through the process, and they will answer the questionnaire that the Front Street Shelter team has set up. Once they answer those questions, they will choose to submit their application. You see that I'm finishing up here my data. So, whoops. Look at me. So that's on the adopter side. So this is nothing for us to worry about as a foster parents. They will submit their application. And once they do so, you see that in our account, we will have a new application for Puppy. That's the moment that we get to see. I also get, as a foster parent, I get an email letting me know that there was a new application for the pet that I have in my care. Once I click on pet details, you see the application information here of people that are interested in adopting the pet that you have in your house. You can click to review and start review. Once you are seeing the adopter's information, you can click on this tab to see more information in case you need to reach out to the foster parent. You can add any meaningful notes from the interactions with the potential adopter here, and the shelter staff will be able to see those notes when they're going through the process. And you can also see the answers to the questions they submit with their interest form. Right at the bottom, you see that that is usually collapsed, and you just need to click there to open and see each one of the answers. Before I do this process, let me show you a quick thing that happens once you start reviewing. When you go back to adoptions, you notice that Pop is no longer there. The reason for that is that the system divides the process in between new applications that are in process, and the applications that are approved. Once you start reviewing an application, it means that the application is currently in process. So I can click on that column and I will see Poppy there again. Every time you go there, if you got a new notification there was a new application for Poppy, you see that the new applications will be listed under here. Every application that you start reviewing will have this tag saying under review, and new applications will have a blue tag saying pending. And then you can review them separately. Once you have decided that you would like to recommend this adopter for approval, you click on Actions, Request Approval, and then you can share your thoughts with the shelter staff on why this adopter might seem a good fit and why you're recommending that adopter.
When you get to this step, make sure that both you and the potential adopter have agreed that they are going to adopt this animal. Normally, you'll have done a meet and greet with them, whether virtual or in person. Once you hit that recommend for approval button, our staff will usually approve the application, and that adopter will immediately get a link to pay and sign the contract for that animal. So make sure it's not a surprise for them. If you like someone's application but you're not ready for them to officially adopt the animal yet, that's where you can look at their contact details, get in touch with them, do the meet and greet, talk it out, and then if both you and they decide, yes, this animal is a great fit for this home and we want to bring this animal home, that's when you're going to do this step and recommend this application for approval.
And once you do so, that is pretty much it. Now, the shelter staff has gotten the confirmation that it would like that adopter to move forward, and they will handle from here. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to use the chat function here at the bottom. You see that gets you connected with the Adopets support team at any moment if you have any questions about the system, any questions on how to go about the process.
So what happens after you recommend an application for approval? Our staff get an alert that you have recommended an adopter. We try to approve applications within 24 hours, but it may take longer depending on staffing and holidays. As soon as we approve an adopter, that adopter will get a link to sign the contract and pay the adoption fee. As soon as they have paid, and assuming the animal is fixed, you will get an email letting you know that the adopter can now pick up their new animal. I also want to point out that in addition to a button requesting an approval for an application, there is also a button requesting a denial of an application. Sometimes this won't be necessary. When an animal gets adopted, Adopets automatically lets everyone else know that that animal was adopted and that they weren't selected. But if your foster is super popular and has 5 applications and none of the adopters is a good fit, you should decline those applications, since animals are made invisible on the website once they reach 5 applications. This is to give other animals attention and to prevent frustrated customers and overwhelmed fosters. As soon as we decline an application, the animal will go back on the website until it reaches 5 applications again and then is made invisible. And that's everything you need to know to view, contact, and recommend adopters for approval. Be sure to review our frequently asked questions below for more information about our adoption process and Adopets.